I'm ready to ball. Let's go. I'm ready.
I'm ready to ball. Let's go.
I'm ready to ball. Let's go.
I'm ready to ball. Let's go.
With the 60th pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Jeremy Brown from Oklahoma State.
Nah, this guy? Man, he's terrible.
Good night, everyone, and thanks for coming.
There's my guy.
Your guy? Your guy? Your guy was told by his agent that he was going to be a late first round, maybe second round draft pick. Your guy's supposed to be in New York with the rest of those chumps. Your guy's about to blow his freaking lid because his dream of being in the NBA is still just a dream.
Hey, chill, man. I know this isn't how we wanted it to go down. Believe me. Like I told you, you're my last best hope at the agency. If you wash out, I wash out with you. But I was thinking, maybe this was the best thing that could have happened to you.
How you figure that, genius?
Better to go undrafted and have a choice than to be picked late by a stacked playoff team where your chances of making the team are about as high as my chances of dating a supermodel, which, despite my contagious charm, are pretty freaking slim.
So what's the move, man?
This just affects our timing, okay? You just gotta keep working hard and be ready. Injuries, overhyped draft picks. Sooner or later, players are gonna wash out and they are going to call you. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Good. Remember, Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team and made fools pay for it the rest of his career. Use the draft day slight as motivation, a chip on your shoulder at the beginning of a long journey. And like every journey, this one begins with a single step. So your first step is to keep working hard, and we'll find you a home before you know it.
All right, man. I'm believing in you, bro. Make it happen.
Okay. I know you've been staying in shape, working hard on your game, waiting for your shot.
Yeah, so when's that gonna be? Because you told me not getting picked was a good thing.
It was. It was. This is America. Freedom of choice and all that good stuff. And that is why I'm here. Now is the time. Teams are able to offer 10-day contracts at this point, and I've been on the phone nonstop. There's some definite interest in you.
What's that mean? I get to pick where I want to go?
Whoa. It's not that easy, my friend. But there are several teams willing to give you a little tryout, see if it makes sense for them to sign you.
Listen, man. First of all, you're not my friend. You're my agent. And second, Where's the list? Because I'm ready to play.
Keep in mind that these teams have varying levels of interest. If you want the 10-day deal, you're going to have to work a lot harder to impress some of these teams than others.
Man, I don't care about that. Where's the list?
Okay, here's the list. Let me know where you want to go and I'll make it happen.
You handled yourself pretty well at the pre-draft workouts. But that's not quite the same thing as playing with real men in the NBA, now is it? Now listen, we don't bring guys all the way out here because we don't think they can contribute to this team. We've got a good mix of veterans and some young players here, but we could always use some fresh legs and some game. You'll be running with the 2s against the 1s. So let's see if every GM in this league was wrong for not drafting you. Because if you prove you belong, all the talent evaluators were idiots.
Oh, I belong, all right? Ain't no doubt in my mind, Coach.
We've not yet lost our look upon you, grace as you send
Set it up!
Oh, gotta move, go! Turn around, turn around!
ladies now. They don't dance until so
Where you headed?
Oh, the locker room. Shower up.
Good. I just hope none of that game you just showcased washes off.
What? Man, this stuff don't wash off. It's part of who I am. It's in my DNA, yo.
Easy. Your jersey ain't in the rafters yet,
Yeah, but...
but you lit it up out there. And everyone in this gym, including the GM and the head man, saw it.
Alright, so what's that supposed to mean?
It means if there's any way to get you here, we're gonna do it. Now get out of here. We'll be in touch.
Alright, I'm looking forward to it. Move, man. What are you doing?
We got our foot in the door. The Raptors have offered you a 10-day deal.
Why not a year?
Because you're an undrafted, unproven commodity. But they saw enough to take a flyer on you. So you have exactly 10 days, 240 freaking hours to show that you belong. You perform, you got a shot at a guaranteed deal for the rest of the season. We both live to breathe another day. You don't, you got a shot at being last in a long line of might have beens. And I'm probably out on the street, too. Living in this rat hole.
Hold up. Rat hole? This is all I can afford, because you didn't get me drafted.
Let's call it a charming fixer-upper. Now pack your bags. We're going to the show.
Yeah, boy. I'm going to the league. I got my foot in the door, and I'm gonna kick this sucker down, man.
You better. I don't want to ruin any more suits sitting on these vermin-infested couches of yours.
Man, this is my house he talking about. Finally, I'm in the league.
You did well in the workout and in the scrimmage.
He's a baller. You give him a legit shot, and he's gonna make the most of it. I mean, when it comes down to crunch time, there's no one...
10 days, my man. We'll see if he can swim with the big fish. If he does, he might have a shot to be signed for the rest of the year. He might even find himself a spot in the rotation. If not, son, he's back on the streets. You ready?
I'm ready, willing, and able, sir. You'll see.
Good. Get out of here. You too.
So you're the rookie that's gonna shock the world, huh?
Sure as heck gonna try.
Good. I'm glad you're here. Just remember, it's all out there for you. Work hard, listen, watch how we do. You got a chance to be something special. And let's see what you got.
Man, I got more than anybody on this team. Anybody.
Are you for real?
Do I look serious? Y'all can come see for yourselves. It's whatever. Bring it. Don't be scared. Yeah, I'm in the building now. That's what I thought.
Always a majestic view of the War Memorial here in downtown Indianapolis. Welcome everyone to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Just off a road trip.
All right, you're up.
Oh, yeah.
Scola in for David West. And then for Toronto, Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They were in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
So for Toronto right now, Patrick Patterson is out there with Johnson. Then there's Lewis Williams. Then it's Vasquez, and it's DeRozan. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Pacers. Watson comes in for Hill. Well, Steve, a big moment here. We get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Tiny. Well, Clark, here's a guy with quite the story. Didn't get picked on draft day. Couldn't find a team until this point in the season.
Well, Kevin, you know because of that he's going to be playing motivated. Often events like that will give a player an added edge, and I don't think there's anybody in the building more motivated than he is.
Ross kicks to Johnson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance numbers for the Pacers in years past from 2007 to 2012. They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that surprised a lot of people.
It really did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. With the Pacers winning now, and from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings for that team have doubled up since 2012, so things are headed in the right direction now. Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2", and is a little too big for king-size bed. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. It's one of the downsides to living large.
And Hibbert's father stands 6'2", and Steve, his mother, is 6'1". But Roy obviously towers over both of them.
Well, he towers over everybody, Kevin. I mean, you know, you look at the family roots. His parents came from the Caribbean, and Roy actually played one game for the Jamaican national team back in 2010, and unfortunately that actually may rule him out of playing for Team USA. So a very interesting sort of international background there.
Pass to Hansbrough, just 5 on the clock. Toronto working the ball around now. Tiny tries again, and Johnson lays it in.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Watson kicks to George. Johnson with the block. .35 seconds left to play in the first. Ross passes to Tiny. From beyond the arc, good on the shot. Tiny gets the bucket. In a moment to celebrate here, those are his first official points as an NBA player. Here is Watson, guarded by Vasquez. Watson kicks to Hibbert. There's the dish to Watson. Hibbert with the screen. Watson's shot is good. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
That was Roy Hibbert getting in the way of the defense there.
Vasquez with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Tiny, fires the three, drilled it just as the horn sounds.
And Kevin, he had the eye of the tiger there. I mean, he was not going to pass that shot up.
No
well
way.
done. Big time.
Next Monday night, February 6th.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Raptors, Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. Scola comes in for David West. George is checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Watson in for Hill. Scola plays the 4 with Hibbert at the 5. Watson out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's George in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, they're not afraid to just let it fly from here. They didn't have as much success in the first quarter, but with this lead, they're looking to extend it with the three-point shot.
Well, the Toronto Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
First free throw is good.
And you go back to when the Raptors came into existence in 1995, it was Jurassic Mania, thanks to the hit movie at that time. That influenced the fan vote when it came to the team's name, but I think the Tyrannosaurus theme may soon go extinct.
Well, you talk about the branding of this Raptors team, the new uniforms. Of course, we saw the Toronto-bred rapper Drake at a lot of their games sitting courtside. They had the playoff run last year. This is, I think, an up-and-coming franchise with a lot of appeal.
Pacers trail by 13. There's a minute left here in the second. Here's Hibbert. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Tough matchup there defensively. He just doesn't have the height or the length to bother that shot.
For Toronto, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Johnson right side. Rebounded by Luis Scola. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Magic in Orlando.
And I think, Kevin, they really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
Ross dishes to Vasquez. Ross passes to Tiny. Now the feed to Vasquez. Pass to Tiny. From beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. And so we conclude the first half. The Raptors out in front. They're up by 11. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Okay, that was some strong work in the first half. Let's talk about what we got to do to keep this crowd out of the game. All right, you starters, I expect you guys to be nice and fresh in the second half. Bench really gave us some great production. Nice to see something from everybody out there. I'll say this for us, though. Our shot selection has been terrific. We haven't forced things, and the shots are dropping for us because of that.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again.
Let's go, you're up.
My time.
For West, and it's Watson in for Rodney Stuckey. And then for Toronto, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hansbrough. Terrence Ross comes in for Williams. And it's Lowry in for Vasquez. So the Raptors 5 right now. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And it's Ross in at the small forward position. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 4. Oh, George. Tiny, he's checked in for Toronto. Well, some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. Second is Paul George.
Well, that is such an efficient group offensively. That's really the best way to describe it. Nothing forced, just solid, smart shots.
And at small forward, that's the only way to post that kind of percentage. I mean, just letting them fly from the perimeter isn't going to get it done. You got to get it inside some, too.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Tiny. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 11 points for Tiny.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Hibbert with a screen on Johnson. Outside, George. Clock at 6. 13 feet away. Goes back up. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was, teams changing it up here. So the big win by Toronto in a tight game. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the...
You did good tonight, Rook.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, man. Defense, rebounding, and filling it up.
Easy, bro. Even the blind squirrel can find an acorn every once in a while.
Hold up, player. I see just fine. And based on my stats tonight, I see great.
One game out of many. You got to bring the stuff every night.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be here.
I don't doubt it. All I'm saying, it's a long season. Use this as a step, something you can build on. Watch tape. Be a professional. Any playground fool can catch fire one night. It takes a pro to do it consistently. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Good.
at the power forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 54, Patrick Patterson.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Raptors make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road.
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
In for Williams. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On the court for Sacramento, Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Stauskas is the 2 with Gay playing small forward. And it's Collison at the 1 spot. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And since the new ownership group took over, the Kings have been one of the most proactive teams in the league, looking for trades and trying to reshape the roster.
Well, they're looking to make moves to climb out of the cellar in the Western Conference. Highly motivated and really looking to shake things up. They traded for upside and some athleticism and scoring ability in those teams.
Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Toronto. Tiny comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Sacramento also making some changes. Jason Thompson is checked in for Landry. And it's Terry in for Stauskas. And that one's good. Tiny's got his first 3 points of the game.
And for the Kings, interesting that they traded away Tyreek Evans, but then traded for Rudy Gay. Gay, 3 years older and with a much larger salary. But, of course, he's a better perimeter shooter. So I think the thinking was he was a better fit for the team.
Puts it up from 15. Rebound by Tiny.
And he looked pretty good out there last time out. The team got the win, and he showed he belongs in this league.
You know, when a team wins, usually everybody looks good, but he really stood out, given it was the first time he was on an NBA court. That was impressive. And for the Kings, you know, they've got some big money veteran pieces, a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket, but defensively is where they've struggled. Unless Coach Malone can get them to defend at a higher level, they're going to continue to struggle. I think that's guaranteed. Offense isn't enough to win consistently.
The Raptors have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. The 3. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. 6 points for Tiny.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Ross is checked in for Kyle Lowry. Reggie Evans, he's checked in for... Comes in for Darren Collison. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77% collectively.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved. Toronto, Canada, the home for the NBA All-Star Game next season. And we know how global the NBA is. A lot of excitement and anticipation here in the T-Dot for a celebration of basketball. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's McCallum, guarded by Vasquez. And McCallum kicks to Gay. That is good. Gay's got 8 points.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominated.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Here's Vasquez, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first.
Tune in this Friday night, January 30th, Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors take on Darren Williams and the Brooklyn Nets. It's an Atlantic Division battle.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here. Out now with a whole new group, and the Kings will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Evans. Thompson comes in for Carl Landry. Jason Terry, he's checked in for Stauskas. And it's Collison in for Ray McCallum. Tiny in at small forward. Johnson is out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then it's Vasquez, and it's Lowry in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
He's so reliable, and his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Pass to Tiny. Now here's Vasquez. D right on him. No good from Tiny.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Collison dishes to Gay. Cousins with a screen on Hansbrough. Back to Gay. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Clock at 4. Oh, that's blocked. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far. Boy, Vasquez, man, what an example of tremendous passing skill. Grievous Vasquez, a 6'6" point guard out of Venezuela by way of the University of Maryland, is really a good passer and playmaker. Plays with a swagger and moxie that you love to see. A couple seasons back, this guy averaged 9 assists a game.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Ben McLemore has been winning over his team with his work ethic. He has done everything that the team has asked of him early on in his career. And Coach Malone told him, I hope you never change, because if you continue to work this hard and do all the right things, your future is very, very bright. Guys?
With McLemore's ability to drive and shoot, he could be a real monster on the wing. Thank you for that, Doris. And Vasquez with great size, Steve, for the point guard position.
And not an elite athlete, so he sometimes lacks the quickness to guard opposing point guards, but his height, his strength, and his grit and anticipation makes him really a viable option against a lot of different matchups in the league.
The shot's good from Tiny.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Look at the last game for Sacramento. It was a win against the Knicks in New York.
And I think, Kevin, it really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were
in a tight game here as we end the first half.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again. The top thing for me has been that we've come up with some decent buckets because we made a savvy play on D.
Here we go now, the start of the third.
Get up. You're going in.
Here we go.
In for Williams, and it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Jason Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. Evans comes in for Carl Landry. McLemore's checked in for Stauskas. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Darren Collison. On the court right now for the Kings, Evans is out there with Green. It's Ray McCallum. Then it's Thompson, and it's McLemore at shooting guard. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, guys. I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He was intent on running the offense through Tiny. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Ross passes to Tiny. Lets it go with a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league. They're trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results over the last couple of seasons. DeMarcus Cousins, the only player who's truly distinguished himself as a significant building block.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
And the Kings, Clark, over the last 5 years, drafting in that 5 to 7 range. They took Cousins, traded down, remember, for Jimmer Fredette, and then Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, another Jayhawk, and in 13, Ben McLemore.
Yeah, McLemore struggled a bit in his rookie season. Aside from Cousins, not the difference makers you'd hope for to this point. We'll see if this year's any different for him.
And then Gay with the dunk.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shots good from Tiny.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
Dishes to McLemore. Gay left side. Evans kicks to McLemore. Ross with the steal. Here's Vasquez. And that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Raptors lead by 2. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
So the Kings win it. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on the win.
.2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, Barclays Center. For the Brooklyn Nets, they come into tonight's game after losing to Atlanta at Phillips Arena. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, they really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game, guys.
He's checked in for the Nets. And Toronto also making a switch. Vasquez, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Vasquez out there with Williams, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. Off the screen, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie piece. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Tiny, he's checked in for Toronto.
A moment here to some of the stats for Grievous Vasquez. He's putting up 5 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds.
They've been able to count on him to run the show offensively, which he's done with his sensational passing.
Yeah, he's been setting them up with a lot of easy baskets, room service dimes. We call them, one great look after another coming off of his passes. The Nets brought in a lot of talent before last season, and even though they had the big-name stars starting, they were actually a very deep team. So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Tyler. This one for three. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got 4 assists now tonight. Nets leading by 3. Williams dishes to Lopez. The pass to Bogdanovich. And the layup falls. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket tonight.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Vasquez passes to Tyler. Fires from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. There's 1:26 left in the first. Plumlee sets the pick for Williams, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. Look at Vasquez, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the defense from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
That's exactly right. I mean, you'd rather dare them to make a shot than risk sending them to the stripe. That's almost free points for them. At least there's a chance they'll miss from the floor.
Anderson's shot is off. Raptors trail by 5. Johnson, the pass to Tyler. And again, Toronto no up. Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Williams attacking. The rebound by Hansbrough.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Here's Tiny. The rebound by the Nets. Plumlee's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Shot by Jack. Wide open. No good with the triple. And it's the Raptors ball. Trailing by 5. Last time they met was in Toronto.
Well, they rolled him in that game, and it was mostly due to the big rebounding advantage they had.
The layup off target.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through.
On tap this Saturday, January 31st, Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors go on the road.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
And I thought the key in that first quarter was the offensive aggressiveness. They attacked the rim and got to the foul line.
And I sense they're really feeling good about playing at home, taking advantage of the home court.
Bogdanovich comes in for Andre Kirilenko. Johnson, he's checked in for Allen Anderson. And it's Williams in for Jarrett Jack. So for Toronto right now, Vasquez and DeRozan are in the backcourt. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Tiny in at the small forward position. Now here's Williams. He has 5. Johnson, a wide open look. That one wide left.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Joe Johnson is also sometimes called ISO Joe because of his ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating a shot with ease and never shying away from the big moment.
Passes it to Bogdanovich. The 3. Shot is blocked. The wide open look here for DeRozan. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. DeRozan's got 5 now.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Then you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot on 6'7", huge frame for a two-guard, and with his ball handling ability, he can really create space for himself.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Tiny, and the Raptors hit again from deep. And Johnson's so smooth, Clark, but you know, Joe, his size and strength, sometimes it seems like he could do more to press the issue and draw foul.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be overly critical. This guy is terrific as a one-on-one isolation player. Used to average over 5 free throws a game, but that number has declined. But that may be more a function of him maturing in his career and picking the spots to be aggressive and not wanting to draw contact.
He has not been on his game, and, you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Outside Williams, he feeds it to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Plumlee in the post. DeRozan defending. Johnson kicks to Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. Feeds it to Lopez. The timely screen gave him a step, but he took it all the way. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark. Just pile.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to half.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. For the most part.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Anderson, he's checked in for Bogdanovic. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Johnson. A new group in now for the Raptors. Amir Johnson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Hansborough's come in for Patrick Patterson. Ross is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Lowry in for Vasquez. They're back. Plumlee out there with Andre Kirilenko. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. So that's the Nets 5. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He was intent on running the offense through Tiny. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Nets leading by 4. Jack dishes to Kirilenko. Back to Jack. And here's Anderson from the arc. The shot misses. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And they were really out-rebounded in that game, put them at a huge disadvantage.
Well, you get clobbered on the glass, it's always going to put you at a disadvantage, Steve. I mean, they needed to do a much better job of establishing position inside and then going after the ball. You can't just box out and have position. Go get the orange.
Three-pointer, and that one's good. Anderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jump.
No good from Tiny.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Kirilenko, no good. Nice D from Tiny. Raptors trail by 5. Takes a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Williams passes to Anderson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. The Raptors making a switch here.
I like that shooting.
Both teams making substitutions here. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They can't.
Kevin, we have...
What you mean, man? I just had the biggest scoring game of my brief NBA career. I think it's a perfect time to be smiling.
Hold up. You notice anything about the scoreboard at the end of the night?
Yeah, right next to my number was a really big number. How many points I had.
Only numbers you need to worry about is the ones next to the team's name. And in that column, we came up short. No reason to smile or celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, my bad. I just got excited about how I played tonight, you know?
No worries. You're gonna have a bunch of nights like you did tonight. I just hope you have them in the winning efforts. Now, come on.
True.